Welcome back to another part of this F1 Manager 24 Create a Team career mode. Have you guys recovered from last time out? Because I still haven't. Not expecting another podium here. It's raining though, so you never know what could happen. I still cannot believe what I was seeing in front of my eyes. Our thunder was stolen. Our thunder was stolen by the worst people that could have stolen it. The people that we have been in an embroiled battle with all series long. It seems like now, you know, it's been going since the end of season 1. RB and Ocon winning a bloody race. They're sitting third in the championship. We're down to 5th place. It was a monumental episode for our first ever podium as a team. It took, what, 53 races to get that first podium as a team in this new Create a Team career mode on this game. And then RB just came along and stole the thunder. I cannot believe it. I cannot simply believe it. And the thing is, it's literally, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what they're feeding Ocon in the mornings. I clicked Red Bull by accident. But because their car isn't even apparently that great. I mean, I don't know if they've got all their parts installed onto the car. Like, it may just be a case of their manufacturing parts, that some of them are kind of worn out or based on that. But look at our car. Our car, apart from high speed, should actually be up there with McLaren in a way, and yet we are here. Well, I don't mind that we're just celebrating our first podium, but how are RB doing it? How are they actually doing it? How are they finessing us? And how are we not making the how are we not doing better in the races is also the other question, really. Clearly, there's still some big problems for us to solve on the high speed, medium speed, but it is very, very confusing. I mean, in one way, we've done some amazing work. Clearly, all the upgrades we did, research upgrades last season, have worked wonders in many places on the car. But in others, it's not looking great. And, you know, this high speed, it got better, but now it's got worse again. Like, other teams have out-upgraded us on the high speed. So I think at one point we got this to like 13th or 12th, and now we're back to 19th ranking on the grid for high speed. So yeah, and we've only just got our wind tunnel back. We were shut down for 6 days, so now we can do another upgrade on the car. We're gonna go for another underfloor because we need it. Oh, the shutdown's still not even really. Can I please get the wind tunnel back, please? All right, we've made I made a spare underfloor of the current one we've got, which is already an upgraded underfloor, you might remember. So you made spares of those, but we're going to go ahead and make another one if I can actually access it. Here we go. Yeah, designing another underfloor because, yeah, we need it. I actually might put every single bit of this ATR period on this one underfloor to try and improve the high speed. I might have to sacrifice other bits of the car. You can see we're going to go down in top end speed, acceleration, low speed to try and bump up the high speed. It's tough. It's really tough to get it higher without compromising loads of things. I guess that's not too bad. Actually, that's a lot better doing air sensitivity. I don't mind dirty air tolerance being -1 and acceleration -1 to get +6 and +9 on medium speed and high speed. Put all the engineers on it, get that done as quickly as we can. I might even rush this because I think we just need to. We desperately need the high-speed downforce to come back in. And to be fair, money-wise, we're really raking it in now with the sponsorship we've got with the team. So definitely able to spend this sort of money on rushing in the upgrade. So, yeah, hopefully those upgrades come into the car, but we're heading into Italy then, the first Italian Grand Prix of the season. Antonelli's home race, of course, off the back of him getting the first podium for the team, which is huge for him because obviously Ollie Behrman's been our kind of, shining driver in the shining armor basically for most of the series because he's been with us since the very beginning. But it was Antonelli, the new signing, the younger kid that got the first podium, and so he goes into the home Grand Prix on high spirits. But I'm certainly, I'm not down on spirits, but I'm certainly just very determined and annoyed at RB, and I want to make sure that we beat them thoroughly into this weekend. Let me just check car analysis quickly. See, look. They must have installed all the parts necessary for Ocon, and it's just not correlating to a race winner. What's going on here? And then you look at the R&D chart. Absolutely makes no... How he got this way... I mean, it was raining. I know it was raining in Miami. So there must have been some mental simulated wet race. And that's how he's won it. But VCarb have actually taken a huge nosedive in the recent 2 races in terms of car performance. Other teams have really moved up the order. You can see... I feel like this season, more than Season 2 and Season 1, people are really moving up and down the R&D chart. Really all over the shop, you know, in terms of upgrading or downgrading in some cases, obviously. So, you know, even we've had a little bit of a downgrade as well. So, you know, to skew things towards high speed. So, yeah, very, very peculiar and very frantic R&D arms race, you would say, here in the 2026 season. But we go into Imola then. Let's aim high, because I think we should be doing so. We've got the car for it, in theory. But... it's another podium. We must answer back at least with a podium. A very important Grand Prix. We need to answer back. Last time it was important because I said I would resign. I would liquidate the entire team if we didn't get a podium. Now, well, I'm not going to do anything like that. We've got a podium. We've got that off our back. A race, I don't think a win should have been in the realm of our scope for this season, but... If you look at the data, once we get the high speed and medium speed sorted, which is a tall order when you're trying to still keep up with, you know, the pace of the grid that's also upgrading. Once we get that sorted, the data is telling us we should be going for wins. And then we've got our rivals, RB, winning a bloody race already. It just feels like we have to almost answer back with a race win, but... I just don't feel like that's going to be happening soon, but I still cannot believe what I saw. All right, good laps in for the boys. Behrman P1, Antonelli second place, 1.7 tenths off, both quite close together. Hopefully that's representative where the car is, and that should be an easy Q2 entry. Ocon is in the drop zone right now. Oh, Verstappen's crashed. Has he like fully crashed, or just he's just bumped his car? Is it going to be a lock-up? It's a big spin, actually. It's a pretty big, hefty hit on the wall. Verstappen, he answered a lap, you know. He's got some damage on the car. On the rear wing, you can see. The rear wing heavily damaged for Max Verstappen. So he'll have to come in. And is he going to even get that repaired in time? Or is a repair even a possibility there? As it's a 20-second lap off the pace there. He's still out there with a broken... Yeah, he can't fix the... I thought so. You can't fix the rear wing just like that. So he's going out there with a broken rear wing. That is crazy. I mean, the pace is going to be awful, surely. Yeah, it is god-awful. Verstappen's going to be out. Verstappen's going to be out. That lap he just did was P19 only. He's going to be in company of Schumacher in the Red Bull Ford, the 2 Haas cars, and the Audis, who have still really struggled to find their footing here in 2026. Lawson on the bubble, which is good for us, but Ocon is right up there, still showing that he's just a madman in this game, or at least my save, it would seem. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Is Ocon crazy in your saves? I've seen some other people say certain drivers are really good for them. And some people, you've got Tsunoda being quite good, which he was in my save in F1 Manager 23, for example. So I think it varies save to save, really. Sainz has done a very good lap for P2, which kind of really shows... It's even more shocking Verstappen's had that crash, because clearly Merc have a bit of pace about them in this race, it would seem. And Ferrari there as well, so competition is going to be rife. And Lawson's P4. Lawson, how are they doing this? How are they actually doing this? I think the FI need to investigate them. I think we need to put in a formal complaint. I think we need to ask the FIA to investigate this team, because the numbers aren't adding up. The mathematics aren't, you know, and the statistics, they aren't adding up, you know, because they don't have a car that should be P4 and 10, and yet they're here. Whereas us, we've got ones across the board apart from high speed, and we're not able to beat them. Something is not adding up in the water, okay? And I blame Visa and Kasha. Behrman coming in with a 113.5. Is that any good? Well, Antonelli 3/10 off. Sainz slower. Magnussen slower in the Williams, but that was maybe a little bit expected. So let's just fast forward this, see how this goes in terms of the other lap times. Again, Q2 might be quite competitive, but I'm hoping that we can just sail on through into Q3. Gasly's up there. Lawson's up there. Lando's up there in the Williams. Clearly, there is way more pace to find if a Williams is getting up there into second place. I think we definitely have to go again with Antonelli. Oh, yellows. Oh, Perez has spun it. Perez has spun it. And it's not going to cause any yellow flags. And the McLarens, you'll still yet to set a lap time with only 7 minutes to go. So the McLaren's leaving it quite late in the day to just get one lap on the board. And there you go. That's why. They only need one lap maybe, as they both go 1 and 2 once again, as just no one can touch McLaren at the moment for those top 2 spots, apart from RB and Ocon, though. I didn't even realize, to be honest, I've only just clocked that along with RB and Ocon winning, it was the first non-McLaren win, and it went to Ocon and RB. Outstanding. Unbelievable. Right, they're out again. I think Antonelli. Ooh, Antonelli got a bit of traffic there. Oh my God. Did you see the amount of traffic he had to pass there? Everyone and their mother was on an outlap, and Antonelli was on the flyer. Oh, that's painful. That is painful. I think he might be knocked out here, you know. I think he might get knocked out. Yellows across the board. Woeful. Behrman's going better. Green for Behrman, so he's got a bit more time there. Antonelli is going to be under the cosh. He is going to be on. He's going to be under pressure as Behrman really goes better, and showing that we could challenge McLaren again for one of those front row spots potentially, but I'm a little bit concerned about Antonelli, our podium winner last time out. Oh, he's going to make it. He's going to make it because it's a shocker. It's a shock exit for Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari. P11, O'Ward as well, and 12th in the Aston Martin. Both Alpines and the Haas out, no surprise there. But that's a big one. That's a big one. And we just scraped through, and both RBs are through. And the Williams of Lando, which is pretty crazy for them. All right, send them both out there, all kind of bunched up together, one behind the other, but not holding each other up, crucially. If anything, Behrman's probably got a little bit of a toe from Ocon there. Antonelli might have got the same thing off Behrman. Let's see as we go quicker than Ocon, not by much, but a little bit quicker. Antonelli stumbling a little bit. Looks like Behrman is looking a bit more comfortable around the Italian Grand Prix. Maybe the junior Italian of ours is feeling the pressure from the home crowd, but I'm sure the McLarens will be coming through. But that's a decent first lap on the board. But look at Lando in the Williams, really moving and shaking in that Williams car, you know. Quicker than Ocon, quicker than Sainz, quicker than us with Antonelli. So definitely have to go again. But just genuinely, that Williams and Lando seems to have found a decent amount of pace. Right, going again. I've actually fueled them up for 2 laps in a row, just because I feel like in case we get held up on 1 lap, we can go again. Antonelli goes better, but it's only P7. 2 greens and a yellow, and it's only P7. That needs to be much better. What can Behrman do as he comes through the final few corners? Right now, it's, of course, a 1-2 for McLaren. Ocon's gone third, though. Can Behrman get ahead? No, he can't. He has to go again, though. He'll go again. He'll go again. Antonelli's going better on green. Oh, he has to overtake Ocon, though. Ocon held us up. Ocon may have just held us up there. Let's see. Antonelli running to the line from P8. 2 greens. Please, please, please. No. It was a yellow in the last sector, and I'm pretty sure it was Ocon who held us up. So Antonelli does not go better than P8. He's behind both RBs. Behrman still has a chance to get ahead of Ocon, to get on the second row alongside Carlos Sainz. It's Alonso on pole position. Piastri in second, but he's on maybe a flyer. I'm not too sure. Behrman running to the line. Green, and it's green. Oh, wow. Really? Really? P5. That's not a good quality, man. I was expecting more. How? I just keep saying it, but it's just how? Like, this team's going to give me... Oh, it's going to give me a mental breakdown. I'm going to cry. Oh. Lawson. Oh, my God. Lawson came in. Oh, my days. They are literally cooking us. They are cooking us. RB, P4 and 5. Bruh, what's going on? Race strategy-wise, it's saying a one-stop for both drivers, which I could believe, to be honest, to be fair. The tyre wear's been pretty decent, and it's one-stops across the board. So I think we go for it. I think medium to hards probably is going to be very important of when to make that pit stop to get an undercut going, basically. I remember from last season, the undercut was pretty damn powerful. Yeah, I'd be curious to see if other teams are doing a one-stop as well, or maybe a two-stop, because two stops did work as well last season, but maybe this season the tyre wear is a bit different. I don't know. It's very on the nose. It's very, very fine. I feel like a two-stop actually will be quicker. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for a ballsy one. I'm going for soft, medium, hards for Bearman. Let's try and see if that can work out for him. Basically going quite quick in the first two stints, bit slower in the last one, but we're able to push that hard tyre more. Anthony, I'll try it, because I know he's got better tyre wear, so I'll try it.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. And plenty of people watching on will be keen to follow Fernando Alonso's progress.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
And the time has come. Let's go racing. The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's
Lights out and away we go from 6th and 8th on the grid. Bearman with a good start. Let's look on the overboard. We overtake Ocon immediately, and we're looking to overtake Sainz, but no, Sainz instead is having a go at the RB ahead of us of Lawson. Antonelli up to P7. Yes, Antonelli getting the overtake done maybe on Ocon. Let's go aggressive, go aggressive, go aggressive. Right, both drivers aggressive. Bearman P5, Antonelli P6. So he couldn't get Lawson, but Antonelli did get Esteban Ocon, which is very, very decent. It was this overtake right here. Let's watch it, because it was pretty nice. On the inside into the hairpin, gets the elbow out and gets up that position. Crucial, crucial. But Bearman needs to get a move on. Looks like we're very, we're the only person in the top 12 on softs. So we have definitely gone bold and different on the two-stop, committing already, like, you know, from the get-go to the two-stop with Bearman. But I feel good for him. I just don't think he would have struggled on a one-stop, genuinely. Oh, make a dive, mate. Make a move, make a move. Antonelli, please don't tell me. Yeah, okay, good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, Bearman gets the move done on Lawson. Needed. Absolutely needed. On the inside of the left-hander there, I think that is. Yeah, it was hard to tell which corner that was exactly, but we're through. Going to go for a little bit of avoid high-risk curbs and go on balance for Bearman, because he's got DRS now off the next car. So we can go neutral. We can go neutral. We can calm this down, calm that down, and settle into a groove now. Antonelli has actually made a move on of his own. Oh, Antonelli got Lawson as well. Okay, that's a bit more like it. We've really pushed back against RB at the start of the race, and Bearman has just got 3rd place. Things are looking much better right now in this race. The two RBs are squabbling with each other, and we've got Sainz. That's good. Solid. Right, gonna hopefully see Bearman. Well, I want him to pull away from Sainz, and he might do, because Antonelli is just overtaken Sainz there. Actually a bit of good teamwork. Look at that. Bearman holding up Sainz. Antonelli through into P4 this is. Okay, this is a lot more like it, but RB are now all of a sudden closer again with Ocon closing up. Lawson's falling away because Gasly's up to 7th place. Hamilton P9, Leclerc P12. It's a horrible race for the Scuderia Ferrari right now. Their home race. Antonelli, though, going from strength to strength. And you know what? I might tell him to try and hold up Sainz if we can. All right, we've got a gap now. We've got a decent gap to Ocon. A decent gap to Ocon because he burned a lot of fuel. So this race, you would have noticed I didn't underfuel the cars. And that's meant I could burn fuel now in this kind of, you know, just after the first phase of the race, to maybe get a gap there to Ocon, who's fighting Sainz, hopefully fighting enough where we can just pull away. But Antonelli now is really pressurizing Bearman I think so far I've been telling him not to overtake him. I think now's the time to release him. He's going to come in soon, I think. But Science, Ocon's on the back of us. Competitor ran wide. Who's that? Van Dorn. Okay. Right, I'm going to come in soon, I think. One lap, maybe more, and then come in. Or maybe even come in this lap. No, I'll do the next lap. Next lap, Bearman. Give us everything you got. Bit of top up here through these corners. And then go deploy. Let's go, let's go. Top up. Save some fuel whilst you're at it. And you're going to come in. Antonelli, meanwhile, now has to focus on keeping up some good pace on the mediums. The tyre wear's looking good, though. That's very, very solid. Look at that. That is very good for tyre wear. Very good for tyre wear. The guy's doing a great job. Ocon may come and attack him. That's fine. If he comes and attacks him, it is what it is. We know the game plan. We know what game plan we're on. All of a sudden, Hamilton's actually come back into this race then. He's actually on fire right now, setting the fast lap of the Grand Prix. He's on mediums as well, but he's looking very quick, although he's really worn out the tyres. Look at our tyre wear. We've done really well in this set of tyres. So that means we can go longer into the hard stint and push harder, or we can push harder now to come back at Ocon if needed, basically. But that's very good. Meanwhile, Bearman, 18th place, has to get a move on. Antonelli coming back at Ocon. Overtake done. I mean, this is the fight, basically, with Antonelli's. Ocon, Hamilton. Sainz has fallen away a little bit, so it looks like it'll be between Ocon and Hamilton for Antonelli in this one-stop battle. Meanwhile, Bearman overtakes Verstappen and just needs to keep on making the move. Oh! Did you see that? Oh, my God. Who was that? Who was that? Did you see that on the bottom of the screen? Okay. Oh my God, it was the Audi. There was just a flash and a car just absolutely decked it to the right. Looked a lot quicker when I cut on there. I was going to say Antonelli's looking really decent. Oh, it was Ocon. No, I thought I saw a blue car. It was Ocon. Yes. What we love to see. Loser. P5. We love to see it. We love to see that. I was going to say, Antonelli's looking very good. He's keeping his composure whilst avoiding high-risk curbs and protecting the tyres. He's kept third place. And meanwhile, Bearman is absolutely flying here. He's caught up and he's making a fantastic move on Leclerc. He's pulled the Ferrari's pants down here at the Italian Grand Prix. He's flying, Bearman is. Absolutely. Right, Hamilton's overtaken Antonelli. He's done him. He's now got probably more than a second on him. So now I'm going to take him off. I've taken him off, avoid high-risk curbs. Look at the tyre wear difference. So now we can afford to push versus Hamilton because he's just going to really wear out. He's probably going to pit this lap, I would say. Probably this lap or the next. Hamilton is not coming in yet, but let's start pushing. Let's start attacking him. Meanwhile, Bearman's up to P10 now. He just overtook, I think, O'Ward or got him at some point. Got Tsunoda as well. So he's up to P10. Slowly making his way back up the order. Look at the tyre wear for everyone. They're really struggling. And Bearman, the moves are just coming towards him. Right, Hamilton's pit. Antonelli continues on. Tyre wear's there. Tyre wear's there. Now let's start pushing. Now we start going aggressive for a little bit. We've got some fuel to burn even. This is a good point for Antonelli. This is a good point for Antonelli. Just to get his head down, push up to about 35% tyre wear, and then probably come in after that. But we can really overextend the first stint to really allow us to push on the hards as well. Meanwhile, Bearman's just doing a stellar job in this stint. Really, really good. I've hardly had to manage him. Really have. Oh, Ocon's got a major problem. He's got a major fault. That is exactly what we want to see. Everybody like that. Apart from RB fans, but hopefully there's none of you in the comments. Right, Bearman's up to P5, and he's actually right behind Alonso, who's pit, but obviously, and Piastri will pit. So it means our junior man, Antonelli, will lead a Formula One race for the first time in his life. What a moment. What a moment. In front of the home crowd as well. Look at this tyre wear. Look at it. Lovely. We've really extended that very nicely. Right, good pit stop for Antonelli. 2.5. Not bad. Not a bad pit stop at all for Antonelli. And he'll come out behind Hamilton and just behind Tsunoda. But look at the tyre wear difference. 99 to 89%. He can bring in the tyres. All fine. I think he's got pace to come back. It's fine. Oh, yellows. What's that for? Oh, Tsunoda. Oh, Tsunoda crashed right in front of us. Oh, wow. Same corner. Antonelli. The cars are just getting out of the way from him. Sonoda spins it. Big crunch into the wall. And that's one less car to worry about then for Antonelli. Lovely. Well, I'm going to go one more push lap for Behrman and then come in onto the hard tyres. You can really, really wring out the neck of those hards. Right, Behrman's going to come in. Let's calm it down on that. Deploy all the way in. Neutral. Right, he's in. Antonelli is released to catch up towards Hamilton. Behrman's out. P8. He's out in P8 with fresher tyres. Much fresher tyres. 99% to 79. 20% more tyre wear. He should definitely be getting the 2 RBs and Lando minimum. But looks like we're going to equalize with the cars, basically. Behrman harder on his tyres. He's going to match Antonelli on the one-stop, who's kinder on the tyres. Oh, Ocon's got a major issue. Major issue. Mechanical fault. Behrman's actually overtaken him and Lawson already. I missed the overtakes, unfortunately, as we're speeding through because I'm curious about Antonelli's progress. I want him to push on a bit further and really start to gain on Hamilton. What's the tyre wear saying? Okay, we've negated the tyre wear advantage we had. A little bit frustrating. I don't think we actually made the most of Antonelli's good tyre wear. It's hard to, I think, in this game because you do wear them out so quickly. But, I don't know. But, meanwhile, Behrman flying. He's up to P5. Good stuff. Antonelli overtakes his old teammate, Verstappen in the Mercedes there. He's lapped him. Antonelli made the right decision to join us, it seems. He's lapped Verstappen in the Merc. That is crazy. Toto Wolff. How about that email, huh? Hamilton's got really good pacer in the Ferrari. I think he may just hold that 3rd place. To be fair, he was out of sync. Like, they should have been up there. They both had a howler, the Ferraris, in qualifying, let's say. So maybe they were meant to be in 3rd. We've given it a valiant effort. At least we're thoroughly thrashing the RBs because Ocon, having won a race, typical F1 fashion, wins a race and then the next race back down to reality. Car issues. Probably going to retire at some point in this race, I reckon. We're coming to the final lap of this Grand Prix. Piastri leading a 1-2 for McLaren. No shock horror there. Hamilton, he's been untouchable in 3rd place. We just haven't had the same sort of pace as this Ferrari. I don't think we ever would have. So, you know, it was basically the fact that Hamilton and Leclerc weren't there because of quali, but they deserve to be there on actual pace because we just haven't been able to close up to Hamilton. Maybe there was something there when we had a track position with Antonelli. Maybe we should have covered off Hamilton. Maybe that's something to learn from as a mistake. But Antonelli and Behrman now close together as Behrman's been flying. And he may just go for a move. Ollie Behrman, the 2 teammates close together. No team orders, lads. Keep it. Jesus. Last lap overtake. Behrman gets the overtake done with the 2-stop. The 2-stop ends up being better because Antonelli, he's nearly at 20% tyre wear, like into the 20s. If I had gone full attack with him, he would have just worn out those tyres. So that's why I'm not pushing him at the end of the lap because Behrman, just those couple of percentiles matter when it comes to going off the cliff when you've got the tyre wear. But also, there's nothing to fight for. P6 is there. P3's there. We're here. You know, 4-5, either way, it's not going to matter for us. But Piastri wins once again. Back to winning ways for him and McLaren. Hamilton will recover and get on the podium in front of the Tifosi. Behrman ruins the party a little bit for Antonelli in his home race. 4th place for Behrman. 5th place for Antonelli. Lawson P9. He's already finished. He got lapped. And Ocon down in P14. So even though they may have got all the plaudits for winning last episode, it's a big load of points for us versus our rivals. That's good. Very, very solid. Very, very, very solid. Good stuff, lads. Good stuff.
It was so much fun out there.
Yeah, it looked it, mate. It looked it. You're having a lot of fun with a lot of overtakes. This man is just dominating everything right now. A little bit of resurgence from Alonso earlier, but he's still in control. But because Alonso's just there, it's still quite close, you know. Alonso just needs to get a bit of an edge on Piastri at some point in the season. We could still have a title fight on our hands, you know, but I'm kind of backing Piastri already at this point in the season. But look at this dweeb. P3 still. Unbelievable. We do climb a bit. Mercedes and Max lose a bit. And we're still only 5th. It's very close, though. RB, Merc, and us. Wow, that is super close. unbelievably close, actually. So it's all to play for into the next race. Ferrari are pulling away a tiny bit. You know, these third places are adding up for them. So I think, like I said, I think the fight's over third place between us, RB, and Merc, as I've always said. But obviously, at the end of last episode, it looks like RB was challenging Ferrari for second. But I feel like overall, Ferrari's not in our fight. They will eventually be holding down second place. But you never know. The R&D chart would say otherwise, maybe. Good amount of money coming in, though. Nearly 900k there, even with the money we're paying Antonelli every time he gets in the points. And the rear wing is done. That is good. That is very good. And we're very, very happy with the sponsor targets there. Good stuff. Alex Chan grows to 83. And, oh, look, he's a very happy man. Very good stuff. Right, let's manufacture this new rear wing. That should be a big positive onto, well, what did it... Oh, medium and high speed. Let's go. Oh, yes, we can do 2 normally before the Spanish Grand Prix. Love that. Love that. We'll make a spare as well, just in case. But love that. That's a good vibe. Big upgrade coming onto the car just in time for the Spanish Grand Prix. And we've got some growth for our engineers and sporting director. Matthew Gaze up to 82. Very, very, very solid. Guys, I actually think halfway through this episode, or a halfway point between the 2 races we're doing, let me know. We've got 32 million in the bank, you know. We're actually getting a considerable amount more money now here in this season because of the sponsorship we're getting. We're a more premium team now with, let me remind you, some heritage. 1 bit of heritage, okay, I might add, okay? 1 and a bit stars we are. So I think we've got some money to maybe look into. I don't know. I think I've seen a few of you guys say we should upgrade Matthew Gaze and get a new sporting director. I feel like Aero and chief technical wise, we're fine. James Allison, love him. Guru as well, very happy with him. I think Matthew Gaze, we're looking at someone new there. I think I'm pretty happy with our 2 race engineers. We've got great affinity with Behrman. Alex Chan, we're going to get there, and he's 83. But let me know, do you reckon we should maybe be looking at new race engineers as well? Or will it just be on maybe things like the facilities? This might be a good time to get up to a level 3 in the factory, for example. But I'll wait to hear from you guys in the comments below till next episode to make any of those purchases. But underfloor design's been done. And because we've got the money for it, I actually might make an emergency. I might make this an emergency because it won't get done in time, obviously. So if I make 1 emergency, I think we can do 2 emergency, to be honest. I think we do 2 emergencies. It's a lot of money, but I think we can afford it, you know? I think we can afford it. Let's keep our feet on the ground. 1 emergency, and then we'll do the other ones normally, like 2 normals. 800k, good. Right, so the underfloor I will give to, I'm going to give it to Antonelli because he got our first podium. So I think he deserves to get the new underfloor first. Because also previously, I think it was the side pod or something that we gave to Behrman first. So I think let's even it out in terms of who's getting what earlier on in the season. But let's also look at if there's anything we need to do manufacturing-wise. Suspension, we're good. Underfloor will come. Side pods are good. Rear wing is good. Front wing, we may need to make a spare. Maybe 1 more spare there. And then maybe make a new front wing soon. Chassis, we're all good. We're all good. And oh my days, going into the Spanish Grand Prix with the brand new rear wing. And then this might be with the underfloor for Antonelli at least. Behrman obviously doesn't have it. But look at the huge jump we've made. Technically, according to this, we're the best team on the grid now. We are apparently the best team on the grid. That's a monumental increase for the upgrading there. Let's look at the... It says we're still 18th. Oh, wait, hang on. That's Behrman's car. What's Antonelli's car? Ooh, that's good. Antonelli's car, 7th in the high speed. So no longer with Antonelli's car is the high speed a major, like, detraction. Obviously, to be fair, all of these have been first or second before anyway, so I'm still very skeptical. It seems there's something about the R&D chart and even this analysis this season. It's not really correlating as much as it should into the races. I don't know whether that's because of the regulation change or what, but it might be a very good race here for us in Spain. And because our car is in a very good place, I am actually going to check out this qualifying for myself. rather than simulating it. I want to see how this baby does over one lap and then assess whether I might even manage the entire race or just simulate it. Let's see. Antonelli comes in early. He's obviously got the brand new floor and the rear wing. Behrman just with the rear wing. He did get held up a little bit. There was a car he had to overtake on his flying lap, so that may not be the quickest he can go. Behrman goes quicker. Antonelli's technically got the better car. Well, he should do with the upgrade, although that car analysis was a little bit hit and miss, to be fair, with each of the parts seemingly a little bit different, maybe. I don't know. But we'll prepare them again for another lap. And let's see. Come on. Come on. I want to see us get our first pole position. That would be pretty crazy. Verstappen right now is P1. My God. Merck must have brought some sort of upgrade, or Verstappen's loving the groove, because Sainz has been knocked out in this session so far. Only one RB of Lawson, so Ocon really hurting after that Imola race. Magnussen's in the Williams. Both Williams are in, actually, so Williams on the up. Ferraris, McLaren's obviously, and then us. We're P7 and 8. That really wasn't actually a good first set of lap. That first set of laps was not good. Like, this is what I mean. It just doesn't correlate, does it? It seems, to the RMD chart anymore. Antonelli's out. He won't be the last person on track. I think that will actually go to Piastri out of everyone. But I think he should have a good amount of room to work with. I really hope so. Behrman has got ahead of a load of people. Antonelli may catch up to Alonso, annoyingly, on this flying lap. Hopefully he gets out of the way. Please, man. Get out of the way. Behrman's gone green. That's good. Alonso. Okay, that's okay. Green. Still held us up maybe a tiny bit. Behrman's good. Is it going to be another green? It is going to be a green. No purples, though. No purples, which is a bit worrying for our... Oh, my God. Who was that? Magnussen! Absolutely ruined Antonelli's lap there. Behrman coming through. Crosses the line. P6. What is that, man? That is so underwhelming. Wow, that's so underwhelming. That's so underwhelming. After all of that excitement of the R&D graph, Verstappen's going to get P1, and we're only narrowly going to beat Lawson in the RB cars. We got beaten by a Williams. What is good? This, honestly, this season's absolutely crackpot. You just can't tell what the base is going to be like. And now it's Max on pole in the Merc and Piastri alongside him. The Ferrari's looking good. Alonso, that's not the session he needed. Right, that's convinced me that I'm just going to simulate it, because that clearly wasn't the amazing domination I was maybe looking for. I thought maybe we were going to be on for our first win of the season, but I just don't think so now. Let's go. Simulate race. Come on. Come on. Let's see. Let's see. What is it going to be for us? Hopefully, at least a podium. That would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Podium, third place, third place. Good stuff there. That means both our drivers have now scored us a podium in the season. Antonelli last episode, Behrman this episode. Verstappen didn't finish off the pole position conversion to P1. Alonso, what a race he's had there. P4... P5 to P1. That's a big win for him. He needed that with Piastri down in P4. Gasly gained 14 positions, though. Incredible. And Ferrari had an implosion. Lewis P7. Oh, God. Leclerc out of the entire race. Jeez. But that's a big race for Alonso. He's gained a decent amount there. Behrman's climbed up to P5 in the championship now. Constructors-wise, good stuff. We're back ahead of RB. Mercedes have overtaken us with Verstappen second place there, but it's only 4 points. So game on with the fight versus Mercedes. And we've got an RB. That's good. And Abby Pulling's grown to 68 and Guru up to 85. Lovely stuff. Now, I would, at this point, off the back of that decent result, but it wasn't obviously the incredible thing I was maybe expecting with the R&D chart, I would be simulating a third race here, but because next time out to Monaco, that's always a fun one to manage. So I'm going to leave it here, guys, and we will manage Monaco, and then I reckon after Monaco, depending on how that goes, I might simulate 3 races in that episode to really get us along in the season, just to catch up, because so far we've only been doing 2 races an episode, and I, for one, have really enjoyed doing 3 an episode to really get us along. So it's like a nice neat like 8 episodes a season, which I feel like is a real good amount to keep the interest going right to the end of the season, basically, because I know, any longer series, they just peter out in terms of interest. So yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed this one, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Both our drivers are now on podiums. We're back ahead of RB. Things are looking much better, but we've still got so long to go to try and match Mercedes and try and get an elusive second or even first place, dare I say. Till the next one, goodbye.